One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Kentucky's offense takes the field for the first time today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Finds us back in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, they're after him. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Coaches talk about third downs all the time. They emphasize it in football games, and that's a great start for this defense. They're ready for the pass, nice coverage in the back end. They get the sack, and they set the tone in this football game.
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the catch around the 50. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Bulldogs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Looking to the big tight end. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And that was a dangerous throw. You could tell, didn't really get his feet set, was floating backwards, and what happens, that thing hangs up in the air, and the defense almost had the opportunity to get that pick, but they just dropped the ball, hit him right in the hands, too.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that
There he goes! And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Really nice first down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the football. He can block. This guy can do it all.
Caught in the backfield. It's Frazier. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Off the play fake on 1st down. Working that left side now. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. The give to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
I love when you change the launch point, when you move the quarterback and bootleg him outside of the pocket. You can see he does a really good job of gaining depth as he goes outside. Now he's a threat to run the football or throw it. Guys have to drop back a little bit, then he can run the football and get a positive gain.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the thing about the jet sweep is oftentimes it gets the defense confused. They can't find the ball, but not that time. Great job of eye discipline defensively, finding who had the ball, and then using their speed to get there to make a nice tackle.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket. He comes away with the sack.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. From the gun, running back on the move. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close.
Turning on the Jets. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking for room, it's Frazier. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now facing a third and long. To the air, it's Stockton. Got his man on the right. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Bulldogs are flying down the field. Running back searching for a hole. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
This is an offense that prides himself on being physical, so you need 1 yard, just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. The snap sets up to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Bulldogs! A great catch and run for 6. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just...
Oh, they're faking it. The holder's going to try to throw it. He is stopped short, and the fake will not work as he almost nudged his way in. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Give to the single back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Back to pass. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the 1st half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
They booted away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They'll go right back to it. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Fires to the big fella. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Tries to get it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Encroachment defense.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Well, that changed things a bit after the penalty. It's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw for it. Catch in the middle. It's Law. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
He's got it. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're now down 9-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own. Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
Yeah, and you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Grabbed over the middle, it's Bell. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Leaves it with the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking for a gap. It's Frazier. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Dogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Try to get it to the edge. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And a lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies in the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speeds to the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
Tight end now in motion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. The give to the back. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. The lead up to 5 in the second quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Pulls it, fired complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Caught behind the line. It's Law. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
Offense will take that. 3-5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. He's looking to pass. The screen, he can go. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking for a deep man. Makes the grab at the 10. Touchdown, Dogs! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. To the ground with the back. Crosses the 40. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Snagged in the middle. It's Law. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment defense.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. That is a costly penalty on this defense. Now they're dealing with a 2nd and 2. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the tight end. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The give to the tailback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Kentucky right back to the line. Back to pass on second down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. Inside the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Georgia. The defense putting points on the board. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The lone back's got it. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Bring in the heat. And he is sacked as the defense adds a little emphasis to wrap up this first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. To throw, it's Stockton. Throws to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the 3rd quarter and get a stop on 3rd, that should really help their confidence.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Going right to work up top. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't.
Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Dogs getting a push in the middle and getting to the quarterback and just salivating to get at him.
And every year they find these dudes. They all look the same, just massive, big, strong, quick guys that don't like people, Reese Davis, that just love hitting people with aggressiveness. And just, it's so amazing that they find that year after year in this defensive line group.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Splits the uprights. It's good.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And after having a nice gain like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. How about that Mike linebacker bringing the heat right up the middle?
Right down Broadway, right in the middle of the defense. This is the guy that sees everything, makes all the calls, and you could tell he knew where he was coming downhill. It came wide open, and he comes to the quarterback and gets the sack.
Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. But you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Inside the 30. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after the completion. The give on the inside. Picks up the first down, still moving. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
After that last one, they're staring at a second and long first down marker just short of the goal line. Takes it from the gun on third down. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
It's good. That'll close the gap to 14.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Looking to throw it, Stockton. Wide open downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's dealt. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Hand off from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play, their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. He wants to change this route. With the run on 1st and goal. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. Slams ahead. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
Looking for the 2-point try. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown.
There he goes. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment defense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lofts one high and deep. Makes a catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Kentucky will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Barrels ahead. Touchdown, Kentucky. Excellent pass by the back on the option. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Wide receiver comes in motion. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And I thought it was a good job by the quarterback really seeing the drag route start to come across the field, and he puts the ball pretty much on the money. And you got to make that play. You got to make those catches to get this offense in a rhythm, to stay ahead of schedule. Those are ones he doesn't drop very often.
Catch in the middle, it's long. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's long. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Now, and a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Going to swing it on second down. Finds his tight end. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Second down, they'll go to the air. Hauls it in. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Kentucky going quickly. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Rushes on him. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the comeback is on. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The inside handoff. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Dogs really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Oh, he's got some space. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. The sure hands, it's dealt. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
How about this offense, man? You gotta love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. He's looking to throw. It's on target and complete. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And a chance perhaps to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a late touchdown. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Georgia trying to use every second on this clock. The play action fake. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Hit as he throws. And it's incomplete as he threw the helium ball, trying to float it in.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time helped force the incompletion.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we've got to get the first down, or we've got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Complete to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He makes a catch. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. And the pass will be incomplete, looking for a little window dressing at the end, but the ball game is over. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
Thanks so much